Welcome to the 5th era of Star Wars Limited, everyone. The 5th set, Legends of the Force, is now officially out in the TCG, and people are beginning to experiment with decks, especially as the Galactic Championship is this month as I'm recording this. So I am recording this July. I believe in a couple of weeks, the Galactic Championship goes off. So we'll get to see, based on the new cards from Legends of the Force, what really is meta viable. Now, of course, I think meta viability means that some of the older decks did get some support. Into this set, like Piet got a couple new cards. Thanks to the new Anakin Legendary, I do think Chancellor Palpatine from set 3 will be a very good deck to kind of play around with. And we'll kind of just have to see. I think Cad Bane got some really good cards as well with the new Underworld guys, the Null Marauder and the Legendary that doubles all raids. So it'll be very interesting to see how everything wraps up as people experiment with the meta, preparing for the Galactic Championship, and we'll get to see what wins in the Galactic Championship for set 5. But instead of looking at maybe high meta viable decks and all that, let's go back to look at a janky leader in General Grievous. We got some new droids in this set, so add a few cards that buff up droids. So I wanted to try out Grievous and see if he can be any better than he was in set 30, because he really didn't get much in set 4. So we're playing Grievous Red today. We'll go through the leader, the deck, and then we'll jump into Caravas to see how well we do with him. Grievous is a Twilight of the Republic leader. He's one of the 2 starter leaders with Ahsoka Tano and himself. So Grievous states, action, tap him, give a droid signal for the phase, units, blah, blah, blah. You know how Sentinel works. And epic action, if you control 6 or more resources, flip them over. He does the exact same thing on attack, give a droid signal for the phase. We are just playing a basic red base here. I don't like the Catacombs Kadara, switch over to whatever base you guys want. For the ground units, we are running 2 of the HK-47, the new legendary from Legends of the Force, the Kotar card. When an enemy unit is destroyed, deal 1 damage to the base. It is a droid as well, as funny enough as a Sith. So we can give it Sentinel. I wouldn't recommend giving this thing Sentinel, but if it does happen to destroy a enemy unit in battle with itself, because of its Sentinel nature, we do pretty much are allowed to do that 1 damage to our patrol's base. 3 OM series officers with defeating 2 damage to opponent's base. Pelimoto is a card from Legends of the Force. On attack, give the experience token to a friendly vehicle or droid. She really does help us to buff up our droids with those +1/+1s everywhere, giving us some really big droids, hopefully. We have the 3 Separatist Commandos, where you control another Separatist unit. This unit gains raid 2. Triple Battle Droid Escort, when played when defeated, to create a Battle Droid token. The new Triple Dark Tyrannus. A really good card right now for villainy. I think a lot of villainy decks are going to try to play 3 copies of this because it is shielded, and while the Force is with you, it does gain ambush. Now, we're not going to have the ambush keyword here because we're not going to be able to generate the Force, but I did want to put this in here because we do come in shielded on a 4-drop. We are shielded on a 4-drop. So I mean, we can play him out, we have shielding, and then we go swing in anything. Feel free to take this out if you guys don't want it. I wanted to play it because I have a 4/3 on a 4-drop that is shielded. We won't be able to use the ambush keyword, but we do get the shielded keyword, and I really do like that. We have a 3 Infiltrating Demolisher, exploit 1. We can, destroy 1 unit we have, and we could pay 2 less for this guy, and it does have Saboteur. We have 2 HK-87 Assassin Droids. When defeated, deal 2 damage to each ground unit. And then finally, 2 Heavy Persuader tanks with exploit 2, and then when played, you may deal 2 damage to a ground unit. For the Space Arena, we have a double Droid Starfighter with Saboteur. Triple Vanguard Droid Bomber, when played control another Separatist unit, deal 2 damage to enemy base. Feel free to also swap this out with the new Hyena Bomber. The new Hyena Bomber states that if you control a aggression unit on the board, deal 2 damage to something on the board. I think it's 2 damage to a unit or a base, but feel free to play that one as well, though it is a little higher of a cost. But it is also a 2/2. We're just going to do the old Vanguard Droid Bomber rather than the new Hyena Bomber. Triple Droid Missile Platform, when defeated, deal 3 indirect damage to a player. 2 Lurking TIE Phantoms. I know it's not a droid, and it wouldn't really get any buffs in this deck strategy, but still, this is a nuisance card for your opponent to have to deal with, other than running something into it. This unit can't be captured or damaged or defeated by any card abilities, and I do feel like because we're now entering Legends of the Force era, people are going to maybe be on a less heavy space strategy than they were in Jump to Lightspeed, where Jump to Lightspeed was basically around space. So we'll have to kind of see if people are still in a heavy space strategy. That's why I think like Piet actually has a really good, interesting chance in this meta, because of capital class vessels maybe having more staying power. And I also think pilot leaders might have a little more viability in this meta, because people might not be playing all the cards to get rid of the pilot on the upgrade. So there's some very interesting playability, because I think a lot of people are going to be going back to more ground strategies. Not saying that people won't still put Confiscate and Bamboozle and Power Failure and Kit This Goes Ether Sprite into decks or into sideboards. Double Ruthless Raider when played with the field, do 2 damage on your base and 2 damage on any unit. And then finally 2 Invasion Control Ships. This is the new card from Legends of the Force that states friendly droid units gain raid 2. So basically all our ground besides Dark Tyrannus does gain raid 2. And by the way, he doesn't have the droid keywords, so General Grievous will not be able to. He's only got the Separatist and official keyword, so he doesn't get the raid, but all our droids will get raid, which is pretty nice. For our events, we got triple daring raid, do 2 damage to the unit or in base. Double surprise strike to attack with the unit, get +3/+0. We have triple open fire to just basically kill things. Right now, 𝐂𝐍𝐶, I think, is going to be a very viable meta strategy, just because he's actually kind of good for a cunning heroic leader. But the thing is, he's only a 3/4, so this will immediately kill him off when our opponent flips him over on turn 4. Double waylay returned on the unit arm's hand. 2 planetary bombardment, because we do have 2 capital class vessels in our collection. And then finally, for upgrades, we're running 2 of the Grievous wheel bike. When you play this upgrade at General Grievous, it costs 2 less to play, and the attached to an on-vehicle unit, the attached unit gains overwhelm. So typically, we're just going to attach it onto Grievous when we awaken him at 6. So with that said, that is the deck. Let's go see how well it does in Caravas in a best of 1. I guess we're just going to play the Separatist Beatdown today, and we are playing what Tambor Petranaki Arena. Okay, so not a I'm going to be going first here. Ooh, okay, that's actually a pretty good hand here. I mean, we opened HK47 and we have opened the OOM officer as well. Okay, I think we're going to keep this hand. We've got a lot of good plays here. We got our turn 4 play as well. I think we're going to do this. And honestly, we're going to do this. Yeah, I know I put the Dark Tyrannus in here to be our turn 4 play, but I'm not giving up a waylay at all. I think that is just super powerful for any one strategy. But anyways, what Tambor on his front side action. The friendly unit was defeat his phase, give a +2/+2 for this phase. He awakens at 5, so he awakens at 1 less than General Grievous. We're going to start off with the HK47 here. He's going to go Khajiit Patrollers. We're just going to claim the initiative. He's already in the sky. This is not a Separatist, by the way, so we don't want to drag this out just yet because we don't have a Separatist unit. We will have one here. In this case, I think we'll go with the OOM officer. We'll put this out. Again, we can actually give it Sentinel because of this. Okay, that is annoying. He took the HK47 there. We can waylay it as well. We're going to give this Sentinel. I know it sounds crazy because now we can't even really utilize the droid Vanguard Bomber. But the problem is he'd have to swing both his guys at me if he wants to do anything. And what Tambor's +2/+2 is not really necessary. We'll deal the 3 indirect damage to our opponent. They'll take it immediately on the base. Not bad. I mean, we got another droid missile platform, which is nice because that will kill off this shuttle. I think I'm going to have to put the Pele away. I think that's really it. We'll put on another droid missile platform. He's going to have to swing with this first, so there's not really a purpose for us to give Sentinel. I guess we'll give Sentinel. So he did on your doorstep, create 3 battle droid tokens. They are all ready, by the way. We're just going to immediately claim the initiative. There's no way we can really do anything else. If he does give us HK47, that'd be pretty nice. Base control ship is pretty good. So is planetary bombardment. On Honestly, I think we need to put this away, and I think we're going to put out this. We're going to play without the exploit. I'm not going to exploit my own droid bomber. And then we can give this Sentinel, so that at least blocks some attacks on the phase, because we have a droid, and then again, we don't die to each of these unless he has a way to deal with us. The Invincible is now in the air. It is annoying. We'll do this. 3 indirect damage to a player. We'll do... Okay, so yeah, we do have 2 triggers going off. We do have the 3 indirect damage, and then we have the 1 damage to our opponent's base. 3 indirect damage to our opponent. I don't know why this one did not trigger, but... Oh, wait, no, it did. Yeah, there it is. No. Yeah. Okay, it did trigger. We will just claim the initiative. It is annoying to see a battle droid that is that big. 𝐒𝐓𝐃 coming down. I wonder if he's going to swing 𝐒𝐃. Okay, no, right. Invincible's effect to swing back. Kill it with a droid. Deal me 5. Ooh, we are definitely getting murked up right now. I may have to use this Whaley to spin back the Invincible back to his hand and force him to redrop it. I think we're going to put a Hyena Bomber away. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to Whaley that away, so I don't have to worry about it. We do get to bring Grievous out this turn on as a 4/8, which is pretty good. Again, if he wants to bring Invincible back, we'll bring out the HK-47 droid. See what he wants to do with this. And so he's going to kill it with 𝐒𝐓𝐃. That will trigger the effect of him because he does see a unit defeated at the exact same time he sees a unit defeated. Deploy Grievous. Yeah, on attack, give a droid Sentinel and +1/+1 for the phase. We'll have to kill off this, and then we'll just pass. We're not going to give any of my opponent's droids any +1/+1s here. Next turn, we can drop the Beige control ship. We'll claim the initiative here. Not bad. We do get 2 damage on something as well. I think we're going to put the Heavy Persuader tank away. We're going to drop the Evasion Control ship as a 5/9 onto the battlefield. That does also give us Planetary Bombardment next turn, which does 12 indirect damage because we do have a capital class vessel currently on the board, which is pretty nice. Okay, that is now back. We're going to crack a droid into the face. Try to clean up the droid. He does get the +2/+2 here. We're just going to claim the initiative. We're going to do 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄 patrollers. All right. I think we can... Ruthless Raider would still be pretty nice here, but I want to do planetary. We'll put a droid commando away because we do own a separatist. All right, we'll go planetary bombardment. 12 indirect damage to my opponent. Their choice of where they want the indirect to go. Again, it's a lot of damage here because I do control a capital class vessel, so they do have to choose 12 indirect. They could throw it all on their base. The problem is I would just swing twice and win the game. Because that pushes them up to 18, and this is another 9. So they can't put it all on their base, so my guess would be 1, 1, 1, 5, and okay, so they did do all that. I'm just going to kill off this Invincible with all due respect to it. Actually, no, I'll probably play the Hyena Bomber. Ooh, okay, that's not great. Because I die now. Okay, hit that. Yep, I'm dead. I am dead-zo. That is, we'll just play it out. Yep, that is a dead-zo for me. Alright, folks, well, we didn't really win with General Grievous when we played 𝐒𝐿, and my 𝐒𝐿 player was easily able to get a whole lot of things onto the board, mainly thanks to the shuttle stealing things, which I think even in this deck you could probably do. We got sworn with a lot of droids, and 𝐒𝐿's ability isn't all that bad either, being able to tap him to give a +2 to something on the board if something else left the board. So yeah, very interesting deck to see that 𝐒𝐿 is now kind of in the meta as well, but nonetheless, I don't think it was too bad. I think we just kind of heard on a couple of things. I definitely feel like maybe Darth Tyrannus really isn't worth it, in this strategy because we don't have the force, or maybe we could give ourselves a force space. Not exactly sure, but I don't know if I want to sacrifice 2 more health in Grievous to do anything else. But nonetheless, I don't think this deck is bad. I just think we probably didn't see everything we needed to see, and maybe I didn't sequence stuff right. We definitely got swarmed by battle droids in the ground and Kajimi and stuff, and we lost our HK-47 pretty quick into the game thanks to the shuttle. But yeah, you guys can let me know down in the comments your thoughts on the gameplay. What are your thoughts on Grievous Red? What were your thoughts on the Tambor Arena deck? What are your thoughts overall on what you think is going to be meta for Legends of the Force? What leaders from older sets you think are going to get meta contention? Like, I still think like Piet, I think it has a really good chance to come into meta because a good couple of new capital class vessels came into this game. So it'll be very interesting to see what they do. I still think some, like Grievous, I thought got a kind of a buff. I still think he's jank. He's still definitely 100% jank, but at least he got a buff in the game. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, let me know all that down in the comments. Let me know how I could have played the game better. Let me know what would change out in the deck. And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify when my videos go live for you. I will see you next time on Long Dragons TCG.